Hey, listeners, before we get into today's podcast, I just first of all want to say thank you. This has been 5 years of podcasting for us, and I want to say thank you to those who have been here 5 years listening to us and those who this is your first time listening. It's been a phenomenal journey and a lot of fun, and I can't think of how else I would like to spend the next 5 years other than continuing to podcast and hopefully bring you guys some great shows and great interviews. With that being said, I want to thank today's sponsors, first of which is Pretentious Pickles. Our good friends at Pretentious Pickles, located right here in Plymouth, Massachusetts on 190 Water Street, have a huge variety of pickled items for your consumption. There's pickled beets, Brussels sprouts, carrots, mushrooms, cucumbers, you name it, they've put it in a jar and pickled it. They make a phenomenal product, and for the second year in a row have been won Best Gourmet Shop in the South Shore, Massachusetts area. So congratulations to Lorraine and everyone at Pretentious Pickle Company. And if you can't make it to their store, you can stop by www.pretentiouspickle.com and you can place an order online. They'll ship it right to you. If you're into pickles, you should definitely check that out. And today's second sponsor is Omio. Omio is a travel booking platform that makes planning a journey in Europe and North America effortless. Just enter your travel details and Omio will magically give you all the train, bus, flight, and ferry options for your journey. It's never been simpler to book your first real vacation of 2021. Best of all, using Omio saves you time and money. That's a win-win in our books. Omio wants to help you leave your house this summer by offering 5% off your next booking. Just head to omio.com, that is omio.com, and use the code OMIO5 at checkout. Valid until July 31st for new users on all modes of transportation. It's just the pick-me-up 2021 needs. Omio, plan, book, and love the journey. Terms and conditions apply. Welcome back to the Bar Talk Podcast. I am Andy Van Eberart, your host, and I am joined, as always, by Jordan Shabbat of Speedwell Tavern.
Hello.
Karl Heine of the New World Tavern.
Hello, everybody.
Where we're recording today. And
brought to you by the New World Tavern.
Yeah, brought to you by the New World
sponsor of the show.
We're always recording.
Every episode.
And our alcohol addiction.
Yeah.
Thank you, Karl. Did that sound genuine?
For the 42 drinks you're going to drink on me today?
Not me specifically.
42 probably combined, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
And Dan Mahoney of Stats in South Boston.
What up?
So we were talking kind of conspiracy theories before the show started, aliens and black helicopters. And
Before we get started, can I ask Dan a question?
of course.
Stats in Boston. Is
Yep.
it stats
Yes.
or statistics?
Stats.
So it's not short for statistics?
Nope. It's short for the owner's last name. It just
What's
Is it
his last
really?
name?
Statiris.
That's a dumb story.
I literally just assumed it was Stats because it was a sports
See?
bar.
That's what I did, too.
Yep. It's
Wow.
not.
It's ruined. Cut
Yeah.
off his mic.
You're
I don't want to hear
welcome.
anything else.
Look
that he has to
behind the
say.
curtain.
So it's not a sports bar?
I mean, technically it is.
Because of the name.
Because of the 1,000 TVs we have.
I always thought of it as a sports bar.
Yeah.
But then you tell me like what kind of business you guys do. I mean, you get a lot of athletes in and shit too.
Yeah.
But then you tell me you're doing like country nights and stuff like that. I'm like, nah, it's just a big
Well, it's a
fucking
bar.
party place. It's a
Yeah.
bar. Yeah. What's your capacity over there? I picture it huge now. I pictured it small at first. Now I picture it huge. I still haven't been. Guilty as charged.
190
trip.
people.
So it's not that big.
Yeah, why don't we record at Stats?
We should.
It's not that really closed in. It's never like quiet enough where you could.
Yeah, that's right.
Do
We
it.
talked about that.
I don't think he wants us.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what
it.
it feels like.
You know, you
I don't really want to drive to Boston if I don't
shit
have
where
to.
you eat. You know what I mean?
I drive there enough every day.
Yeah. I'll come up there and bother you one day.
Yeah, you can come up and do your own thing.
Okay.
So
Pretend I don't know you.
before
My friends were sitting at the bar yesterday. Like, come say, I'm like, fuck, no, it's so hot and crowded over there. Like, I waved from across the room. Like, I see you guys enough.
finding me at Speedwell now is like finding like the fucking Bigfoot. Like I just hide in the basement all day. I'm never in the dining room anymore. Just COVID made me antisocial, I guess.
Oh, see, I'm in the dining room. I just didn't want to walk through a crowd of people.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Must be nice to be crowded like that.
Yeah, it serves me no way. Crowded and sweaty.
So, as we were talking before about weird conspiracy theories and shit in the news, and I brought up about Wingstop, and then that kind of steamrolled from there. But so let's talk about Wingstop, chicken shortage, and changing your business plan. So Wingstop is changing I believe it's their to-go.
And Wingstop is what?
Wingstop is a chicken wing fast food.
I thought they
Chain.
sold like video games.
No, it's GameStop.
That's
Yeah.
GameStop.
All right, so you just put whatever you're selling in front of the word stop.
Stop.
And then it's like, this is like...
Well,
people-
that
It's like an oxymoron,
Yeah,
so
right.
or like reverse psychology. So like, oh shit,
So I can say to my wife,
game
"Stop
go,"
touching
and-
me?
Right.
Yeah,
So when my wife says it to me,
you gotta change it to touch stop.
Yeah,
so
there you go.
it doesn't work. You
And
put
not
stop
stop
first.
touch.
Yeah.
But they're rebranding their like Grubhub.
don't stop.
Don't stop.
Carl, you're gonna,
never heard that.
You're gonna like this part.
2 words Carl's never heard in the...
So they're changing their Grubhub to Thigh Stop, and they're going to do chicken thighs instead of chicken wings.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
No shit. So, I think
Thigh
people-
stop?
That sounds like a car
Yeah,
place.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Chinese place.
At least they didn't go with breast stop.
I was gonna say it's strip club.
That website was already taken.
Those are very hard to get, too. I think a lot of people who listen to this know, and people who know me know that Speedwell Tavern is mainly a chicken wing place. I mean, we do other shit too, but the anchor of our entire food menu is boneless wings and bone-in wings. So over one of the things that kind of came out of COVID, amongst other shortages, was a chicken wing shortage. And being a place like we just won South Shore's Best Wings.
Oh, yeah, congrats.
Voted once again. Thank you. Thank
Yep.
you. But maintaining that quality during a wing shortage has been kind of tough. We've admittedly had to buy different brands of chicken wings. Sometimes we're getting frozen, sometimes we're getting not. Same with the chicken tenders. It's been a little bit more. We do buy just tenderloins. We don't cut up breasts. Some restaurants will do that, and that makes a real tough chicken tender. We try to do as good at the highest quality we can, but it's been really hard because of a couple of factors kind of affecting the chicken market. Everyone has their theories, but I'm no economist.
My theory is that during COVID, they became friends with all their chickens.
You know,
Now they can't bear to part with them.
Sentimental
Exactly.
attachment. That's
they
crazy.
put a fucking name on it. And
That's a
now,
lot of chickens because there's only, if you think about it, only 4 pieces of chicken wing per chicken.
Listen, people were
Unless you're
quarantined
KFC.
for a long time,
They
you know?
mutate theirs.
they get
They
lonely.
mutate.
They have like 20 winged chickens.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly. But yeah, so the farmers got nervous during COVID when all the restaurants closed, so they didn't produce or slaughter a bunch of chickens because of that, and then that carried over. So now we're starting to feel the effects of that now because they weren't fertilizing as many eggs, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But also now that the slaughtering plants are back open, like everywhere else, they're having a hard time getting their employees to come back to work. So it's a combination of the two. Are there chickens to slaughter? They're getting there.
I don't think they say slaughterhouses anymore.
Yeah, I think you can.
They call them
What,
murder
chicken rights?
sheds.
Are they
Murder
chicken
sheds?
rights?
I thought it
Murder
was like,
sheds.
I thought it was like killing fields or something.
Is it murder sheds?
No.
I don't know, man. I don't know enough about this shit.
But yeah, I was reading about it today, and like I think head of the FDA is like, it's a temporary thing. Like, don't panic. It's
A couple more weeks from
Yeah.
what I'm hearing. It's been about 2 months now. I'm paying. Let's put it in perspective. So a 40-pound case of chicken tenders. These are pre-cut. They're clipped. They're young chicken tenders. Cost me $89 for a 40-pound case before COVID, which is still kind of high compared to when I opened back in 2013. And now, this morning, I just did my food order, and per case was $137. And I go through about 20 of those a week. So that's just tenders. That's not including chicken breasts, chicken wings. So seeing Wingstop doing that, I mean, corporate has the ability to kind of shift like that. And my wife made chicken thighs last night. They were delicious. She made barbecue chicken thighs. It was awesome. I don't see myself shifting. I'm just going to overpay for now. And,
How about the Speed Thigh Tavern?
Speed Thigh Tap? Ooh. I actually don't hate that.
Thigh Well Tavern.
Makes you wonder what you're eating at places, though, because Wingstop at least went public about it, right? They were like, we're going to switch to thighs for now until shit shakes out. I like that.
Is Wingstop around here?
There is one.
Is
There's
there?
one in New Bedford. I know
Okay.
that right near where I am.
So it's like a Buffalo Wild Wings.
It is, but it's small.
It's like a to-go,
Subway
yeah.
meets- yeah, like it's a to-go. You drop in, drop out kind of deal.
okay.
Yeah.
Nice
And they're
segue,
like us.
Jordan.
I didn't even mean that. I was about to say, it makes you wonder what you're eating, and then I dropped the Subway
Because
thing.
Subway just got tested their tuna, and they said it didn't match any tuna that lives in the sea.
It's bathtub
That's
tuna.
a true statement.
Bathtub tuna.
Oh my god.
Speakeasy fucking tuna, dude.
So I don't know what they're selling you, but it's not tuna.
Me neither.
You know what's funny you say that? So my brother's got a seafood allergy, and
Subway's the only seafood you
he
can have.
went to go get a chicken salad sub. I think he said it was from Subway, but it might have been from another sub shop. And he ate it, and he was like halfway through eating it, he's like, this doesn't taste like chicken salad. And he thinks they gave him tuna by accident, but he didn't have an allergic reaction. So it didn't taste like chicken salad. It tasted like it was something else. He hasn't had tuna in years because he got an allergy like 10 years ago. But he's been trying to figure out, he's going back to his like doctor and to see if he's still allergic to seafood because he ate this sub that supposedly had tuna in it, and he had no allergic reaction.
Well, it supposedly had chicken in it.
It supposedly had chicken in it.
That was tuna.
Tasted
That
like
wasn't real
tuna. And it was either. It was a mystery meat.
But I mean,
It was pork salad.
it's amazing like how many
The other way.
how many things are marketed to us as what it's not.
yeah, right.
Like imitation crab meat. That doesn't tell you what it is. It just tells you what it's not.
Surumi. That's right. That's a great way to put it. Yeah. That's what is it? It's like soybean paste. And
I have no
crab
idea.
flavoring, and they like paint it. It's actually like a big popular thing in Japanese cuisine. But yeah, there's like ground up like octopus in it and stuff. It's not crab meat.
Yeah. When I used to work at the grocery store, they had like the health food section. They had meatless, soyless chicken nuggets, and I'm like, this box should be empty. There should be nothing in this. Like, I don't understand. Like, what do they make this out of?
Well, you're seeing the Beyond Meat everywhere now.
Yeah.
I mean, the Beyond Meat. That's a nice way to put it. But I mean, it's what grown in a lab. It's never been an animal. It's not meat. I mean, I'm
Oh no, that's like vegetable and no, you're thinking clean meat.
is that what they call it?
Well,
I
clean-
think, I think you were right with the name.
No,
No,
be-
they're actually growing
What
meat
he's
in a
talking
lab.
about is clean meat, and
Yeah.
so the scientists who first started this, they took a biopsy from a chicken. So they took like a little tiny bit of cells, and then they grew chicken meat basically in a petri dish, and then they had a dinner of chicken nuggets as the chicken walked around the.
Yeah, I don't
table.
think you can do that.
They're working on
They're
it.
working on it,
Yeah.
and it's. I'm really curious to see how that shakes out because the environmental impact is huge. I mean,
Agriculture.
yeah, because you could produce the amount of beef that we produce in a couple of warehouses opposed to
Because no zombie movie
Right.
has ever started that.
right. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Here, eat this. I grew it in my lab.
Yeah.
We have all these shows about zombie humans, but we actually get taken out by like fucking zombie chickens. You know?
Well, all the milk people are getting all pissy because almond milk
Right.
is not milk.
Right.
So the milk people are suing the almond people or whoever, however it works, because the milk, if it doesn't come from an animal, it can't be called milk.
Right.
Right.
I mean, that's kind of like.
So I don't know what you would call it. Almond juice?
It's kind
Yeah, I
of
was gonna say juice
Almond
was the first
paste.
thing.
because it's the same way that McDonald's
It's
can't
called
call
gross.
like their shakes milkshakes because there's no milk in them, so
Right.
they have to just call them a shake.
Right,
You
right,
know?
right. It was Simpsons, where it's like partly hydrogenated. What do they call them over there? Shakes. Well, you just don't know what you're getting. They did the whole like Pulp Fiction scene with the cops.
Yeah. But yeah, that's I didn't know that was happening with the
Yep.
because there's like almond and soy and
Yeah.
pecan milk. I
To
don't know.
them, it's by definition not milk, so
Sure,
so
it
to
makes-
say they can't use it.
Right.
It makes sense.
Yeah, it does. It does. I haven't had milk in. I probably have more than I realize. Cheese and shit like that. But yeah, it's interesting. I wonder how they do with the chicken thighs. That's interesting because it's not the same.
It's definitely not.
No.
No.
You know what? We should do a live call.
Want to call them?
Let's
See if
call
we
the
can
chicken
order-
thighs.
We should have ordered some and had them and tried them out. When are they doing the transition?
I
We
don't
can do
know.
that next show.
Yeah, we're doing that next show. We're doing
Yeah.
live phone calls.
Let's turn into crank
The live
yankers.
phone. What do you want to prank?
Can you do live phone call on a podcast that's not live?
With the phone calls live.
Right.
Previously recorded live phone calls.
Right. We should do
Which
those.
is very much like imitation crab meat. We're gonna make this phone call live,
This is
but
what
you're gonna
we're
hear it not live.
This is what we're not.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. You've ever had a crab rangoon with like regular crab meat? It's just not the same. I want that imitation shit.
Yep. You just want the cream cheese. That's
Yeah,
all.
that's really it.
That's it.
And you want it deep fried.
Yeah.
That's all you care about.
But I mean, everyone kind of gets that thing. Like, I don't like getting tuna at restaurants because I grew up on canned tuna.
Right.
So I'm like, it's just not the same to me. Like,
Right.
I don't like that.
And then, God forbid, if you're older than me, you don't eat anything that's raw. I can't have tuna. That's not cooked all the way through.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Hey, you know what? To each their own. I mean, so they never determined what it was if they decided that it wasn't tuna? That's
Well, they
fucked
might
up.
have just cut that out.
That's
But
fucked up.
I didn't know what it was.
Let me do.
They hung up
let me
the live
do a
phone
quick
call.
Google search here.
Yeah, all the kids Jared Fogle tried to. Is that what it's made of?
Wow.
The ultimate cover up, dude.
No one bought enough fake tuna, so that's why Jared went to jail. They couldn't cover it up anymore.
He's still in jail, I hope, right?
I assume.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's a scumbag. Yeah.
Who?
Jared Fogle. Remember the guy who lost
the
all the way to
Fadilla?
Subway? Yeah.
He might have his own island too. Fucking knows.
Can I say that, Fish?
Fadilla.
On this week's episode of Bleeped Cast,
So, according to this, it said New York Times did. I'm sorry. It says it didn't randomly decide. I wonder, like, at what point are you like? I wonder if this is really tuna.
Right.
Like, I feel like someone had to drop a dime.
well, Andy, during COVID, there was a lot of free time.
Somebody, if that is true, somebody at Subway has to know that it's not real tuna.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And for the news to get a hold of it, I feel like someone had to call them and be like, "Hey, just so you know, this isn't real tuna."
Yeah, every company's got a fall guy.
So what are they going to call it? Like a fish salad sandwich or something? Like,
No, who knows if it's fish?
right. It's fucked up.
Lab grown.
Oh yeah, and they went through the whole thing where there was a chemical in their bread that was in yoga mats,
Yes.
which I'm like,
Makes sense if you think about
I mean,
Subway bread.
I'm
All
also-
yoga mats?
I don't know.
Well, to be
But it's
fair,
also-
Subway
could be
always
their
preaches
yeast.
being a healthy option, and yoga's healthy. So, I mean, that's not really false advertising right there. So.
But I'm just saying, like, just because you use something in a yoga mat doesn't automatically make it inedible.
Another Simpsons reference.
Yeah.
There's very
You never
little
know
meat in
till you
these
try to
mats.
eat a yoga mat. Who knows?
What do they say? I learned this when I was in culinary school. Is that margarine is one chemical process away from being plastic? Like it's like
What is?
margarine is
Yeah.
like basically just butter flavored plastic. Like if they did one more process to it, that's how you make basically plastic bottles and stuff. Is what's in
I
margarine.
mean, Carl's one chromosome away from being a banana, so
A big banana.
a big one, yeah.
Okay, so this is what the lab determined, and I love the way that they explained it. They analyzed more than 60 inches of Subway tuna sandwiches.
60 inches.
Measurement.
That is the dumbest way.
I love it.
That's one Subway party sub.
They're like, give me 6. I need
Is this
6
like a
foot
bachelor
longs.
party or something? What the fuck?
Give me 6 foot longs of tuna.
And no amplified tuna DNA was present in the sample, which means one of two things. Either there's no tuna in the sandwich, or that has been processed to the point where it cannot be identified.
Or they're buying tuna that hasn't been discovered yet.
I like that
I
one.
suppose
yeah.
that is another
Ooh.
option.
Maybe they get their tuna from the Subway. Like maybe there's some sort of
Yeah.
breed of tuna that's swimming around under New York City.
Exactly.
From all those people that got pet tunas and released them into the wild.
Exactly.
Yeah, during COVID, they fell in love with them. You know, like
Yep.
just like to Dan's point with
Yep.
the chickens.
Sometimes you just gotta put Larry out to pasture. That's it.
And according
Wasn't
to
there? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
so this is Subway statement. The fact is Subway restaurants serve 100% wild caught cooked tuna, which is mixed with mayonnaise and used freshly made sandwiches. Wraps and salads are served to be served and enjoyed by our guests. That's the company statement.
That's cool. I can say stuff too.
I know.
I feel like I get that you don't want to acknowledge what's going on, but to be like, we wild catch all our tuna, it's just you can't DNA identify it is.
Listen, anyone going to Subway to get a tuna sub knows what they're fucking getting.
Yeah.
It sits in a tub,
But the people that are getting it don't care as long as it tastes
Exactly.
good. They don't
Yeah.
care if it's real
it's
tuna or
fucking
not.
$5. Who cares?
All right, so we've all seen like the whole thing with the McDonald's burger. They put in like a glass case to see how long it would last, and it took like what 18 months for it to stop deteriorating.
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
see that? McDonald's got a fucking line out the door every goddamn day,
Exactly.
and no one cares. Like,
But and it's also one of those, and this is the real unfortunate thing, is bad food is cheap.
Yeah,
So you get families that might care but can't afford otherwise.
right. That's true.
I took my kids.
Way to bring us down.
Sorry, man. I took my kids out to lunch the other day, and we went to a fast food place. We went to Five Guys,
Yeah.
which is not McDonald's by any stretch of the
It's a
imagination.
step up.
Yeah,
That's medium piece.
yeah, and it was expensive.
Yeah. You're paying probably the same money paying a Speedwell.
Yeah, probably ballpark.
$15 for a burger and fries and a
Yeah.
drink. Yeah, that's about right.
And it's rough because not everyone can do that, and
Right.
how many people do you know be like, oh, let's order off the dollar menu because
And then you see places like Chipotle who pride themselves on serving like fresh stuff, non-GMO, blah, 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 but they keep getting all these fucking foodborne illnesses
Yep.
because their food isn't super powered. It doesn't have like super serum in it,
Yeah.
like fucking McDonald's and Subway does. So like they leave themselves vulnerable to like lawsuits and shit by trying to do the right thing. And don't get me wrong, I know Chipotle's not fucking the,
it's not farm to table.
it's not farm to table. Yeah, when Mike Wisdom's not working at Chipotle.
So you're saying we shouldn't serve fresh food?
No, I'm saying when these big corporations are doing it at a volume that we can't even fathom, they're like, of course we're gonna get the more processed shit if there's less of a risk that anything can live off of it.
But the other reason why they do the processed or the incredibly processed stuff, like McDonald's, it's borderline, like you said, plastic. It's like
Yeah,
barely
zero
it's
nutritional
barely
value.
food.
Yeah,
It's calories. That's it.
right.
Is because they're all over the world. And from a corporate standpoint, if you go to Moscow and get a hamburger and you go to LA and get a hamburger, from the McDonald's standpoint, it should be the exact same burger.
Right.
So it's processed to the point where it's...
Well, not to mention every country has different standards of what their food like.
Well, that's true.
That's true.
So I think that's probably hit that bare minimum to hit every country they're in.
Right.
Right.
So-
Yeah.
Because you're not serving a lot of hamburgers in India.
Right.
Sacred
Surprised.
cows. Right?
I'd be amazed if they serve hamburgers in India, dude.
Dude, it's funny. I always see the pictures as
I don't even think it's on the menu.
you see the pictures of like the pyramids of Giza, and there's like a Pizza Hut, like right there.
Yeah.
It's a Pizza Hut, like near the pyramids now. It's
Yeah,
fucked
dude.
up.
So
There's not even a Pizza Hut near us.
I know. I love Pizza Hut.
for my honeymoon, we went on a cruise in Europe.
To Pizza Hut.
And
That's why Andy's single, guys.
Stop for us,
First
baby.
of all, don't laugh.
The only thing that got stuffed that night.
Don't laugh, and it wasn't my choice, but my ex was a super, super picky eater. So I've had Burger King in London. I've had McDonald's in Sweden. Like, it kind of sucked, but I mean, like, they're fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
You cannot, you're like in these, like, beautiful old historic parts of Sweden where nothing's changed in 600 years, and there's a McDonald's.
Eating Taco Bell in the Coliseum.
I tell you what, though, the president of McDonald's is probably making a little more than the president of the New World Tavern.
Yeah, that's
that's
the point I was
probably true.
making.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the point we're all making is like, it's a product. They've kind of set the bar too, and that's why you're seeing things like now. Everyone always knew that about McDonald's. We all just kind of accepted it. Now Subway, for some reason, because they like came up and rode that health wave through the '90s and early 2000s, we are all surprised to hear that their tuna's fake. There's a fucking Subway on every fucking corner.
All right,
now.
so-
they're in Walmart.
I'm not going to defend Subway, but
But-
let's look at it from another position. And we're all restaurant industry people. How do I know what I'm serving is what I think I'm getting from the distributor?
That's
You don't. You
that's
take it
also
with
true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You take their word
Take it
for
with
it.
faith, yeah.
Right? And not only that, on the other end of
So
things,
the ahi tuna that I serve, I assume is ahi tuna because it says it on the label when I buy it.
right?
Right.
How do I know it's not dogfish?
Well, because we got to do 60-inch tests right now. Okay.
I'll give you a 60-inch test. Right?
You're going to give it to him 60
he's
times?
5 feet tall. And to Carl's point, to kind of piggyback that, so what would you rather do if you were a giant corporation that had 10,000 restaurants across the world? Maybe 100,000. I don't even fucking know.
A million.
The number there. Maybe. Would you rather have 100% wild caught tuna that you're overpaying for and then putting it in every different staff's hands to prepare out of all your 100,000 Subways? Or would you rather hyper process it, put it in a plastic bag, and every single Subway has the same thing and you don't have to worry about hiring somebody that knows how to make tuna salad? You know what I mean? That's kind of one of the things.
Right.
Right.
You can't have 100,000 Subways if every single one has to make their own tuna from scratch.
Well, it's not like
just
Subway
could-
has
it's
like,
like, could you
high
even do
culinary
it?
stuff
Right.
either.
Yeah.
It's just, especially now, we always talk about the staffing issues and shit. Like, they're not going to let that happen. No, we'll do it all in the factory. We'll have a bunch of machines do it. We'll bring it to you. All you got to do is cut the bag open, Put it in a 6-pan and smear it on our yoga mat bread.
Because you're gonna have like some crazy owner in fucking Chillicothe, Ohio, who's like, no, a fucking tuna sandwich needs to be Miracle Whip.
Right.
So we're doing it with Miracle Whip, which is a monstrosity. And
Come on, man.
dude, Miracle Whip's
I grew up on Miracle
Awful.
Whip. Miracle Whip bologna sandwiches,
awful. But like, so then you're gonna be like strolling through Ohio and stop for a Subway for your beloved tuna sandwich, and
dude. It's not the same.
it's not the same. It's not even
the same.
close.
It shouldn't be called the Subway tuna sandwich if
Yeah.
it doesn't have yoga mat and whatever that mystery meat is.
Mystery. It
Mystery
might
fish.
It might
Mystery
be.
fish. I don't know. I don't think it is.
It's
I think
fish.
It's fish.
Yeah.
Sea creature.
I don't know fish. Is fish
You
a
do
meat?
know fish. He's been the producer.
I think you can call it meat.
It's a protein, but I don't think it's
I
a
think
meat.
you can call it. Fish says yeah.
I'm gonna say
I'm
no.
gonna say no because on the
Fish
food
is meat.
on the food pyramid, it's meat, fish, and eggs.
What's
Fish. Mike Murphy.
You know how old that
Oh,
food
shit, I said your name.
pyramid
You're
is?
gonna believe that?
No. But it's called meat, fish, and eggs.
Yeah, it's called meat, fish, and eggs. So if it was the same, then it wouldn't.
That
have
would
to
be
say
like-
fish.
So fish and eggs are the same?
No, they're
fish and
protein.
eggs. But they're all fish eggs.
They're
Those are
protein.
on
That's
sushi.
that's a protein
Call it
section.
fish.
Caviar.
I'm calling fish meat.
How do you feel about that fish? We could do this all day. This is like Abbott and Costello routine right here. Who's on
And I'm
first?
sure our listeners are like, "What the fuck is going
internet
on?"
tells-
I thought this
me.
was bar talk. What do you got there?
What does the interweb say?
fish is the flesh of an animal used for food, and by that definition, it's meat.
Thank you.
Come on.
However, many religions don't consider it meat. So
So you can eat fish on Sunday.
So you can
Loophole.
call it meat, but you can't consider it meat.
All right, I stand corrected because the internet always wins.
yeah,
Does it?
it's pretty much whatever you want to call it.
I just because I don't have the effort to argue. Yes,
we
today
love
it does.
Wikipedia.
yeah.
Although getting
did-
me to argue makes good radio. I'm sure.
Since we're talking on mystery meat, did we want to touch on the old IKEA issue where they had?
Yo, the Swedish meatballs.
Yeah.
The meatballs are made out of lost children that their parents
Jared
can't get out of the
Fogle.
meat. Yeah.
again,
What do you think happens to your kids when you drop them
seeing
off
a
at
parallel here.
daycare?
What are they made of, though? Right. So it is made of something. But
I
it's-
I don't remember this.
I thought
So
I
IKEA
heard
got caught
horse, but
serving Swedish meatballs that weren't meat.
they
Yeah, they're
weren't
people.
beef.
they were saying they were beef, but they weren't beef.
Yeah, but
I
it says
believe.
meatballs.
Yeah, so it could be anything.
Well, yeah,
Could be
I mean,
fish.
but it's also there's also a
Not
certain
Not too.
there's also a certain expectation when you order meatball that I
That's
man.
American meatballs, not Swedish
I think it could
meatballs.
be lamb, pork, or beef. I think immediately if
Yeah.
and veal is another one.
But I think it was something.
Well,
more,
as the internet just told us, it's meat's just the flesh of
Anything,
an animal,
right.
so it could be anything.
If it is
How come
horse,
you can say
People.
meatballs, right? And there's nothing going on in my head, but if you served lamb balls and I ordered it, it'd be like,
Horse.
"Can I
Yeah,
have the lamb
yeah.
balls?"
Lamb balls.
I don't know.
I said, balls.
so
Well,
yeah,
they don't call meatballs cow balls.
so there was
Rocky Mountain oysters.
there was horse in it.
Cows don't
There
have
was horse
balls.
in it.
Yeah, according
Meat.
to the interweb.
Yeah.
Cows don't
It
have
is meat.
balls.
They do that. Yeah, castrated.
bulls.
Right?
Those are
bulls have balls.
Bull balls.
We'll explain it later.
Yeah, I got it. Birds and bees.
You
Yeah.
see, when a mommy cow and a daddy cow love each other, they
Thank
hug real tight.
There is no daddy
Aw.
cows.
Man, I am not gonna eat a fucking
We'll get
burger
them
for
there,
a long
Karl.
time.
You guys want to do some questions?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay,
I'm
this
gonna
one.
grab a beverage though.
Okay, we'll wait for you to get back.
No, you don't have to.
All right, fine. We won't.
Just yell really loud.
Yeah, please. Okay, this one's anonymous. Should the meals tax be included in a sales tax holiday?
No. I don't know. This is the worst question to ask when I'm the only one here.
I
Right now.
like how we asked it and everybody walked away.
No.
So just gonna wait
Yeah,
here
we're
a
gonna- yeah.
second.
I'm gonna say no,
Yeah. See, there we go.
Okay.
and I'll tell you why no.
See, I
Why?
knew Kyle could answer. And
Because there's no way that the state can regulate it and track it.
Okay. That seems.
Because they take their taxes for the month for meals tax.
Yeah.
When you report it on a monthly basis. So then you have to report it minus
Minus that
the
particular
days
day.
that you had on it. It's just it's a tracking nightmare.
Yeah.
So no, I don't think they should ever do it.
What was the question?
Should meals tax be part of the tax exempt holiday?
I don't know. I think I just heard Carl's answer, and I agree with him.
Yeah,
yeah.
it seems like a pretty good answer.
Yeah,
and
that's
I'm
a
kind
good
of
answer.
shocked that it was Carl's.
Yeah,
was the same answer as mine, just have
Carl's
more
a numbers
details.
guy.
Yeah, but I'll tell you the one thing that pisses me off about sales tax holiday, and it happens every fucking year.
You forget all about it.
No, is that it's on the news and like they're at the mall interviewing some chucklehead, and they're like, "Oh, it's sales tax holiday. What are you gonna buy?" And he's like, "I'm gonna buy a ton of clothes." Every year it happens, and
Clothes are expensive.
but
They're
not
already tax free.
Jesus Christ.
Jordan's that guy on the
I'm
news.
that guy.
George's like, "I'm gonna buy a bunch of clothes."
I'm that fucking guy.
Yeah.
They're talking about extending it in Massachusetts for 2 months now, right? They're gonna make
Really?
Yeah. So
now you got 2 months.
Charlie Baker wants to make it 2 months. He wants to make it September and October, I think. But
So now
Carl,
if it
you
was
can just say, "Hand me a beer." Like no,
Yeah.
that was a much more. That would have been much less.
I didn't want to
disruptive.
interrupt your story.
What? How does that? You always interrupt me.
First time ever. And you still did.
But yes, apparently Massachusetts is.
Anyway, I don't think they should have it because
You see the way I looked at you right there, you motherfucker.
But now if it was for 2 months, now should meals tax be part of it?
what are you trying to accomplish?
The idea, I believe, is to stimulate the economy by getting people out to buy stuff that they
I don't
normally
think
wouldn't.
people are going to go out for a hamburger because they don't have to pay the 32 cents tax.
It's probably true.
Do you know what I mean? Like that doesn't drive
yeah,
people.
It's not a big
Yeah.
drop.
It's the big, like if you wanted to buy a car or
Appliances. and
yeah,
stuff
or
like that,
something big that's going to cost you a lot of money and it's going to save you a couple of $100. But the small stuff, people aren't coming in to saying, "Ooh, I'm going to get an extra beer because I don't have
It
to
is
pay the
literally,
I got the 7%
literally the
tax."
dumbest holiday. Not that it's really a
No,
holiday.
I got one.
Yo,
for you.
there's quite a few.
No, but okay, people are the.
This fucking
I don't
guy.
even know what he's gonna say.
I don't
It's
even
gonna be
know, but
horrible.
I know it's gonna.
But people
just
always do the
long
dumbest
bleep
thing.
button.
So like,
Just beep it now.
because I used to work at Home Depot, and they would always like leading up to it do like a big like 10 or 15% off sale of their appliances, and people are like, no, I'm gonna wait for tax free, and be like, you're saving more now
Right.
and paying the tax opposed to wait. No, I don't care. Like
I don't want my money going to the man.
It's this weird
Right.
mentality.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally this weird mentality of like I don't want
The man that
government
pays
to-
for the police and the fire department to
Yeah.
come when your wife's having a heart attack.
then I'm gonna bitch that the roads are fucked up.
Yeah.
yeah.
Or how come they're doing construction here and fixing the road?
Yeah.
Like that better.
Yeah.
How about they do instead of a tax-free holiday, they pick one day a year where they actually tax like billionaires? That'd be rad.
They just,
like
they
one
just
day.
passed a bill to do that.
Yeah.
I think we should do a purge day instead. But,
If you make over, if you make
I don't
over
think I'd
$1
survive a
million
purge
or something, you
I'm
gotta
okay.
pay more
If I
taxes.
go, I go.
Yeah, you don't have a kid yet.
You got 2 dogs, bro. What are you
Yeah, that's true. As soon as I said that, I'm like, hey, he's got 2 dogs dependent on him right now.
Come on. Dogs and kids are not the same. Sorry.
Yeah,
No,
dogs
they're
are
not,
better.
but the
They are
amount
not.
you love them can be. It's
Sure.
fine. I know Dan loves his doggies.
I'm not saying he doesn't. I love dogs too.
I don't want to be those.
But
look at
I also
baby guys.
Okay,
realized
Jared.
Jared Shabbat.
That's my cousin.
Sarah Meyer. Anyone ever been asked to take a Facebook profile as legal identification? Kid just turned 21 in September and was shocked I carded him.
Oh, I got everything.
Yep.
Like at least once a day now.
We're not surprised at all that people do that.
I have a
because we've
Snapchat
seen
picture
it.
of my license. I'm like,
Yeah, I've got a picture of my
Oh,
license.
I
right
had
at
someone
home.
do that.
It's
to
a
me.
new thing. Like that doesn't work.
Been like, yeah, carry your
Guilty.
license. Like, why?
Taking a
Yeah, but
Snapchat
you're
your
not-
license.
You didn't just turn 21.
No, I didn't. But I right before COVID, I went to a concert with my brother up in Cambridge, and didn't realize I had lost my wallet. So we got all the way to Cambridge. We're standing in line to get into the concert, and I realized I don't have my fucking ID, and they ID everybody. Like I definitely don't. I look older than 21. I'm gray as a mule now, but they
Gray as a
fucking
mule?
ID everybody. So I got up to the bouncer, and I'm like, dude, I totally lost my wallet. I paid for this ticket. You could tell I'm not 21. Like I'm older than 21. And I did scrolled through my phone and had a picture of my license for like some application I did and showed it to him. And he's like, you should be smart enough to know I'm not taking this. He eventually felt so bad. He let me go in, but I wasn't allowed to drink. My brother proceeded to feed me drinks all night. But yeah,
and that's why we don't take picture
That's why
licenses.
when you're in
Yeah.
desperate time, well, when you're 21, it's different.
Yeah.
We caught a fake the other day, man.
I heard about
A
that.
fake picture
I
of a
should
license
say-
or a fake license that somebody took a picture of?
Fake just a fake
Like
license.
it.
It was a
you-
real ID, fake real ID.
And you know what? I'm super happy you guys caught that.
It
Because
was-
when they threw them out, we got the table. I was there.
Yeah, it was like our first day of reopening. It was that Saturday.
Was it?
Yeah, because I was there late night.
Oh, then someone else did it.
Then it was different. So it was Ashley.
Oh, no, this was Devin.
Oh, Devin's good too.
Yeah.
The first day we reopened after COVID, first day without masks, a few weeks ago, Ashley, one of my servers, caught a fake ID that I looked at it 1,000 times, did not look fake at all. I don't know how she did it. Eventually, we looked side by side with another real ID, and we're like, oh, okay. But in a dark room where you have the busiest
Yeah.
day you've had in a
That's
year and a
not
half,
easy.
Yeah.
I don't know how she fucking did this
Not a
so
lot of
good.
servers going to catch that
Yeah.
either.
I
No,
know.
not a lot of people are
She's
gonna do
good.
it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they scan. You know, like bars will buy these scanners so they can,
Yep.
just
Yeah.
do that and make sure that.
Main Street just got one.
Yeah, well, they've had it for a while, and
Yeah.
Lisa's like, don't even bother because now the kids are paying $400 for these fakes from over in Asia. They come over and they pay $400 for them, and they scan. They actually will they'll read as a real ID, and even
Those
the
Asians are
robots can't
smart,
tell.
man.
Keeping up.
Yeah, Devin. So we were there one night and it was fucking packed. And Devin's like, I don't know, it's gonna be like 30 minutes or so, maybe longer. I'm like, whatever, and we're waiting. Like 5 minutes later, she's like, come on. And we're like, oh yeah, we're awesome. Like, we're getting treated like celebrities. She's like, no, we just threw these girls out for using a fake ID. And we're like, whatever. We're still getting a table.
They threw these girls out so I could have the table.
Yeah, that's right.
Good for you, Devin.
Thought it was
I
cool.
didn't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So mad props to Devin.
She didn't even take a victory lap.
No.
Imagine that. She did her job and just didn't tell everybody that she did her job.
Yeah, it's kind of
So yeah, so now you know. give her a little,
very nice.
give her a
kind
little
of
pat on the
unusual.
back. Do you have like a speed
No,
well?
you can't touch your employees.
Give her
You
like
can't?
a,
Nope.
give her like a high
Now
five.
I get it. It's all starting to make sense to me now.
Krista Hill. So last night we had 3 bartenders on, and it was kind of a slow night. One of the bartenders kept taking shots and getting shitty. By the time we were getting ready to do last call, the other bartender and myself started cleaning and breaking down the bar while the drunk one stayed in the bathroom, not helping. So my question is, should I talk to the manager or just let it go?
Talk to the manager.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I would say you could do that. You could talk to the manager, which is definitely probably the right answer. But I've been in those situations before. I think if it's a repeat thing, like it happens one more time, I would definitely go to the manager. But you kind of want to, as an employee, not always be the person that runs to the manager for everything. And that's a pretty big thing. It's very unsafe. Someone that's serving alcohol shouldn't be fucked up. You should be helping out your fellow bartender.
And you're
but
saying just because it's the first time, there shouldn't be any consequences.
Well,
that's fine. Just let them
That's
drink.
not
and go
exactly
throw
what I'm
up in the
saying.
toilet.
I'm saying the consequences should be you should say, hey, listen, asshole, you didn't help all night. You're not taking any tips tonight.
Well,
That's what I would
here's
say.
my question is, how does the manager not know this person's that fucked up?
Right.
Like, if they're too drunk to work, like,
I'm not there at night at Speedwell, so that could happen at Speedwell, and
Well,
I
that's-
wouldn't know
but if
about
you're
it.
gonna
You
tell
should
the
have somebody
manager.
that's
Yeah.
the manager on duty anyway.
But
Yeah,
that
I
could be
don't.
this person writing the question.
Yeah, that's
Like,
true.
You know?
Right.
So it's
Yeah, so-
you have to kind of
Fire him.
sure,
Tase them.
yeah. But I mean, it's also one of
Yeah.
those
You
like
can't touch him, but you can tase him.
Yeah. You get the
'cause you
tasers
don't
that.
actually touch them.
Yeah, you shoot it, the tasers. 6 feet of separation with a taser cord.
But
Nice.
but I mean,
Yeah.
that's one of those like you got to kind of know who you're working with. If this
Right.
person is a solid individual and they had a fucked up night,
Nah, then they're not a
I
solid
agree.
individual.
I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, I
agree
think
with
you're too
that.
quick to pull the
Yeah.
plug.
I think,
you can-
everyone has
you're
bad.
splitting
If you
up your
showed up
hourly?
at any other place and got drunk during work, you're saying that that's all right as long as it's the first time.
Well, here's.
Forget about the
I
industry.
guess if you want to
Forget
write
about
it
the
that way,
industry.
sure, Carl.
It's
If you
your-
want to write it that way,
it's your
that's what
company
I'm saying.
You got to
policy.
consider our industry. You can't say, well, it's okay because it's the industry. You
Oh
can't
no!
say
See,
that.
I wasn't saying that.
No, I'm not saying
Yeah,
you
yeah,
were.
yeah.
But you can't say that, well, it's a different atmosphere. Every work environment is a different atmosphere.
Right. Including restaurant to
You
restaurant.
can't-
Right.
Everything's different.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can't say, well, because, maybe the guy had a hard night. Then take the night off and go drink at home. You don't drink during your shift and hide in the bathroom because you're sick, because you're so drunk and you can't clean
Well,
up.
the wild card is
And
like
then you say,
some
well, should
places
I
let
say
you
something?
take shots though.
If I
Right.
say something, I'd be kicking the guy in the nuts after the second shot. Not after the night when he's in the bathroom.
Yeah.
There's a different perspective, I think, and I respect yours. I don't know.
I don't think it's wrong. I just don't. It would. What?
How can you not think that's wrong?
No, I said I don't think you're wrong.
Oh, I thought you thought.
No,
I just
was
said the same
agree-
Sorry, I never heard you agree with me.
I know. I understand your confusion. I understand your confusion. But I'm just saying, like, if I was if it was the four of us working together, what a fucking horror show that would be.
That would be
I
a
think we
great
could.
night.
Actually, it
I
would
think
be
we'd
pretty
crush
fun.
it. Be four of us drunk in the bathroom.
And Fish at the bar being like, where the fuck is everyone?
This tuna.
No wonder
like-
they had a slow night.
because you end up becoming friends with people, and like if it's a friend and I don't know if I knew they had shit going on, I might not be so eager to be like, fuck you, I'm turning you in so you get fired.
No, but you would say at some point during the shift,
I would probably
assume
pull-
that you say, dude, you got to get out of here.
I think that's
That could have
that's-
happened.
No, he was in the bathroom at the end of the night.
But
They probably kicked him out of there.
but
Fucking,
that's definitely the mistake. Shot number 2, you should be like, dude, what are you doing?
right.
Let's
So
fucking
you got to
ram
handle
it.
your business like a business.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. And not to be like the guy that's, I've been doing this for so long, but I'm going to be that guy. I've been doing this for almost 20 years. I've worked behind a lot of bars, a lot of different bars. Yeah, I've worked with 100 different bartenders because the places I've been at. And every night's different, and every situation's different, every environment's different. You don't know what band's playing, whatever. It's really hard for me to be super black and white on these kind of things because, yeah, it was a dead night. They got bored. There was 3 bartenders on that should have been, one of them should have got cut. Instead of being behind the bar,
Absolutely
Yeah.
right.
you
Yeah.
probably should have
Absolutely
cut that guy anyway, or
Yep.
girl, whoever
Yeah,
it was.
and let him drink as a customer.
And let him drink as a customer.
Yeah.
I get that. The fact that all 3 were left on all night is kind of weird in the first place. Again, the actions are inexcusable. There's a way I think you can handle it without making it all like immediately fired. Boom, 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 boom. No, you fucking punish the person.
Do they pay for the shots, or are they stealing my booze
Probably
too?
not. But
That was
now
not covered. That's
they're
a whole
stealing
different
my
issue.
booze.
That's a
Yeah,
whole,
that's a whole different issue.
But again, agree with you. If you're going to be super black and white about it, which is what you should be, sure. I don't function that way. I never have. I think it's pretty apparent. Something like that. If I was one of the bartenders, I would not rat out that person. I would be like, we didn't leave you a tip. You didn't do anything on that.
Yeah,
You just drank.
I wouldn't. That's not outside the realm. Like you should dock where they stop working. Like,
Right, exactly.
You work 2 hours, you get 2 hours.
We left
of
you
money.
$20
Yeah,
under
but
the
you
draw
should have that
to pay for
conversation.
your
You
cab.
should have that conversation beforehand, not at the end of the night saying, "Well, now I'm not going to give you."
No,
the
because
tips."
you're gonna have a conversation about
You
every
should've
fucking
said-
possibility that's ever
No,
gonna
no, I'm
happen
saying
behind
with
the bar.
that person,
Right.
You should have that conversation saying, "Hey, dude, I'm not fucking tipping you out tonight because you're not doing shit."
Well, you don't
Yeah.
expect
Yeah.
them. It spirals quick. You know what I mean? You don't expect them to
does.
get so fucked up to
wheels
the
come
point where they're
off.
gonna end up in the bathroom. The wheels came off. Now they're left cleaning up after the person. Probably gonna have to clean the bathroom after the person too.
I mean, that person that got too fucked up should completely
Right.
understand.
All right,
Now,
so
if I was the manager on duty and not one of the 3 bartenders and that happened, that's a different conversation.
So let me-
I'm
Yeah.
the manager. I need
let
to act.
me
on it.
ask you a question. This is going to get a whole new
Okay.
conversation going. Let me ask you a question, and please be honest. In your mind right now, was that bartender that drank too much a girl or a guy?
Guy.
Guy.
Yeah, I was thinking
I
guys.
was gonna
Yeah.
say girl.
Where are you going to see you liar?
Yeah, I
No.
promise you.
I-
but that's also
I
because
said- I
I
slipped
work
and said guy right
with
away,
a predominantly female staff, so that's probably where I'm.
No, in my
Or
head,
maybe just because I got a few people here that I'm thinking that's who it is.
You know what I thought you were going to
to
say, which would have been a great thing, and would have fed to your point too. Now, be completely honest, is that bartender who got fucked up during a night where it was dead and there was no reason to be taking shots behind the bar a good bartender? Because it's not like you're taking shots in the stress of it and you're running around and you're making drinks. It was a slow night. You had 2 other bartenders and you're just taking shots by yourself. Like, are you a good bartender or are you an alcoholic?
But here's the other.
You know what I mean?
But
you
that.
got to remember, this is the first time it's happened, we're assuming.
But
Right,
the other thing is you're making assumption that he's taking shots by himself. What
Or
if it's
herself.
or herself?
Right.
What if it's customers being like, "Oh, let me buy you a shot."
Right.
You
But
know?
I find it weird with 3 bartenders behind the bar and only one of them is taking shots.
On a slow night.
On
Yeah.
a slow night. Yeah, what customers are buying the shots if there is no customers if it's
Yeah.
slow?
Right.
It's a different environment. It just seems weird to me like this. And how long has this bartender been there? Is it a new bartender? Is it somebody that's only been there for about a month? Maybe came from a place that had a party atmosphere, now goes over there and thinks how they run that
Fire
shit.
'em.
I've had that has happened at Speedball and I did fire that person. So, there you go. Goes both ways.
Yeah.
We don't know enough about this story, but
Yeah.
goddamn did we assume a lot.
Send us in more information so we can.
We like half your questions. We're going to fill in the rest.
Yeah.
We're all about assumptions here.
Yeah, we got an hour to fill. This is a podcast,
Okay. Josh Klug. KLUG. Klug.
Plug.
Oh, I thought you said
Oh,
plug.
you got a package.
I like how you sounded
You got a
it out.
60-inch package
Is it tuna? Is it tuna?
delivered by FedEx.
Do-
you sign for it?
Do/should bartenders roll silverware?
Yes.
Yeah, if you're using it.
Is that like the most hot button issue in the fucking
Can be.
Depends who you ask.
Yeah.
The
It
waitress.
seems like we get a lot of
Yeah.
side work questions.
Yeah, side work's always a hot button issue. Like, there's not much at Speedwell. It's basically rotating and filling up ketchup bottles because we fill our own, and rolling silverware. So usually the dining room, the kitchen closes before the bar does. Now that we're back to regular hours, that's how it always was. So the servers get off earlier.
Is the kitchen open? What time's your kitchen closed now?
9.
Okay.
Yeah, and before COVID, it would be 10 or 11. But even then, the bar was still open until 1. So the bartenders aren't going to roll silverware at 2 in the morning. The servers get cut earlier.
Right.
Their responsibility is to roll the silverware. You know, the girls are making, the bartenders are making all their drinks, blah, blah, blah. So they roll silverware, fill the ketchups. But when it's just a bartender on, you know, during lunch, we have one bartender. Yeah, you roll your own silverware, you stock your own beer.
Yep.
You know, you do all that too. So that's just, I think it's a pretty good system.
I think should is not the right because every place is different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Depends.
Yeah.
What do you have for side work over at Stats? Is it basically
Normal.
the same shit?
Yeah. Silverware, fill shit,
Yeah.
stock shit,
Yeah.
clean shit.
Yep. And
Yeah.
who's responsible for that? Is it like, do you have servers and bartenders, right?
The bar has their own side work,
Yeah.
so same thing. Like the
Yeah.
servers probably do more, but it's the general stuff like filling dressings and all that stuff.
Right. Check the bathrooms, all that shit, like
No,
soap
they don't do
all
that. That's
No.
what the buses do.
Yeah. Oh, you're busters.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
I'm usually the busser.
I like this question. There's no name.
That's why he likes
That's
it.
a lie. That's a lie.
It's not. Does anyone else have an internal in the weeds song? I didn't realize it's a thing that other people do too. It doesn't tell us what theirs is though.
Ooh.
Like, is there?
Usually when my guys or girls are in the weeds, they don't have time for a song.
No, but like, if you're in the
They're
weeds,
singing.
can't have
They just
"Fuck
run around
my
with their
life,
hands
fuck
up going, I'm in the weeds!
is there like? But like, is there a song that plays in your head like that?
No, it's usually music. If I'm in the weeds now, it's in the kitchen because I don't work the bar anymore. It's usually whatever's blasting on the Bluetooth speaker back there. But
Yeah, I'm
man,
gonna
I
say
wish
no.
I had one.
Yeah, I don't got one.
You know what? I might.
We can
now.
make up a few,
I
but,
know, right?
Yeah.
but there's really nothing that comes.
Bye, Court.
By Courtney.
Manager of the New World Tavern, now leaving.
Yep. Best manager they've ever had.
She's blushing.
So what do you listen to in the kitchen then?
Depends who I'm working with. Usually old school hip hop. Something with a little bit of a beat to it, kind of get your rhythm going. But half of the time, sometimes we're just listening to South Park episodes. I don't know.
Mexican music.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Mariachi music is badass in the kitchen.
Mariachi El Bronx. Check them out.
Okay, thank you.
I know Carl's favorite game to play at the bar is Who Sings This?
It's usually Karl.
And if you want to super piss him off and he asks someone else, answer. I'm not asking you.
You can't play the next round.
Yeah. What about you, Dan? Is there like a go-to
Nah.
music that you listen to, bartending or?
Well, I mean, I don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
So it's whatever the drunk people in the bar want to listen to.
You and I have similar music tastes, I think. I feel like when I used to go to BBC and you were bartending, you were playing a lot of stuff that I listened
Yeah,
to.
I mean, we used to have a lot of Tribe Called Quest and all that stuff. Like
Yeah.
Old hip hop. But then if the bar,
Wu-Tang.
the customers don't want to listen to that, then we play whatever stupid stuff they want to listen to.
Yeah, that's rough.
Luckily, now where I am, I have similar tastes in music to my clientele.
Sister Christian every time Lance
Yeah,
walked in.
exactly.
That was the best.
One of my favorite music bar-related stories. I was at Luciosa's, and they have like one of those internet-enabled jukeboxes that has a number, so you can access it through your smartphone.
Oh, yeah.
And so these couple guys were at the bar, and their buddy kept going up and like feeding money into it and playing songs, and then they were sitting at the bar paying money to skip all his songs.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
I'm like,
So-
that is amazing.
Those are dangerous.
Fun
Yeah.
story. BBC has or had one of them.
Touch Tunes,
Yeah.
right?
So
Yeah,
when I
yeah.
worked there, they
Yeah,
had
that's
Touch
what it was.
Tunes.
Touch
And
Tunes, yeah.
same thing. You could have the app on your phone.
Yeah.
You did not have to be in that building to play those songs. So there was one night, I forget, I was bored and I was sitting there just playing songs and messing with the bartender there because I knew she had no idea how to work any of it.
Have you guys ever been in a bar where someone plays the same song like repeatedly to the point where it gets unplugged?
Yes.
Yeah. Every
Yep.
time
I
at
think-
BBC.
I was gonna say I think it was a Whitney Houston.
I had it on a one-song loop. I did it twice, all right? I know every
Richard
word to that
Cheese.
song.
I stop at this bar on the way home now because I got the long drive. It's like the halfway point where I can kind of hide out, a little dive bar, and they have a Touch Tunes. And it's been so many different bars over the years, but basically over the last 3 times it's changed over ownership, there's been one bar manager. And you're a bar manager at a small little dive bar in a small town for that long. You make some enemies. You know, you have your issues. You can't kick people out all the time. So that she finally figured out who it was. But every time the manager works there, someone logs into the touch tunes and plays a SpongeBob song from the SpongeBob movie. Best day ever. And it's over and over and over again. So my brother and I like to play some music when we go in. So we'll look at our app and, choose music. And you can see at the top of the app on the phone
what's queued up.
And every time we log in, we just see SpongeBob's face and then 2 tiles and then another SpongeBob face. And we're like, I won't say her name, but we tell the bartender, like, hey, you got SpongeBob coming up again. We're doing what we can to cloud the screen. SpongeBob's going to... She has a kill button, but it's all the way at the machine, so she has to walk all the way across the bar to go hit the kill button on the machine because the remote doesn't reach it from where she is. And that's psychological warfare, man.
That's awesome.
The jukebox can, make or break a fucking night there. Like, I remember having, a packed night at BBC, and some kid put $50 into the and just played depressing country music, and I literally went and unplugged the jukebox on him. He was pissed.
Was it Meggie?
No, it wasn't Limp Bizkit.
Oh, all right, yeah, she plays depressing military rock all the time. Yeah,
the kid was just sitting there crying into his beer while everyone's trying to have fun around him. I was
dude.
Sorry, buddy, I'll buy you a beer.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
He's like, girl, you don't like my music? I'm like, no one fucking does.
No, you nor does anyone.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's last call.
Oh shit.
Last call. This is the part where we go around and people can plug whatever they want, and I typically am like, shit, because Jordan does really good, and
No, I got nothing today.
you got nothing. So let's start with Dan.
Thank you.
So this is the last week of June. Don't know when this podcast is coming out, but the end to my drawing in Jordan's bathroom contest is coming up. So get your
Every
last
time.
minute.
How do we not know?
Well, it's soon.
Wait, why do you think I didn't know he was going to do that?
We're gonna have 2 bathrooms to draw in soon. So
Can we announce the name?
I was going to use that for
well,
mine.
all right,
I
all
won't
right.
blow up Jordan's last call,
All
but
right.
Going on his announcement, we'll have a second bathroom art contest location in the near future.
They don't even have sheetrock up.
There's no walls yet, but when they're there,
Then you can plan.
who you want to be the first person, we will give you a plaque in the new bar.
It's fucked up because that might actually work out.
So yeah,
All right,
drawing Jordan's walls.
My last call is I'd like to congratulate Jordan on his new bar, 6s and 7s.
I knew you were going to I knew you were going to do that. Thank you.
Yeah, congrats, man.
Thank you.
It's gonna be New Bedford.
It's going to be in New Bedford, downtown New Bedford.
Hopefully
Yep.
September opening date.
Yeah, that's loose. Everything goes wrong. So
Oh, yeah.
hopefully by the end of the year, let's say that.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. So that's it. I just want to ruin his last call because I feel like he always does to me. Karl, over to you.
I got nothing. Come on down, New World Tavern, live music every night when we're open.
And when they're not,
We have
it's
bartenders that don't get drunk and do shots, as far as
He's
I know.
so salty about that question.
I know, right?
And I know his just to be clear, his bar manager was sitting
sorry.
right next
I'm
to us, so
sorry.
he had to keep up an appearance.
Who interrupts who? Whom?
Touche.
this is all getting bleeped out anyway.
Oh, then I can say,
Don't do it. Nice breaks. You see how scared I just got? My butthole just clenched so tight. I thought he was gonna do it.
so come on down, have some fun.
Jordan, over to you.
I'm still getting one.
Yeah, of course you're getting one.
I'm gonna Carl, you're free to interrupt. Yes, I'm opening up another restaurant.
I feel like
I
I
wouldn't
heard that
interrupt
already.
you. Why would I interrupt you?
That'd be
Down
rude.
in New Bedford, Massachusetts, if anybody's local. That's kind of where I cut my teeth about 10 years ago. I'm returning. I wouldn't say home because I consider Plymouth home now, but
It's your second home.
it's my second home. New Bedford's my second home, and it's actually like my fourth from a Fall River Way. Anyway, opening up a new bar. Probably won't be open before the end of the year. It's probably going to be a place that welcomes carving or painting the walls in the bathroom. So
My contest will work
Oh,
perfect.
don't be like that either, because I've been to those places.
no, it's not going to have like dicks all over the place. But
No, like I've been to places that
I
like
thought
they-
you were going to be there.
Hey, what did I say to Fish? I said we're going to welcome dickheads and assholes. That's kind of like the concept.
But yeah, I've been to places that have like the chalkboard.
yeah, a friend of mine has a place.
And
up
it's
there.
like it's a single seater, man. Like chop, pee, and get the fuck out.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true.
yeah.
Someone's doing the Mona Lisa or
Yeah.
the Sistine Chapel in there.
Yeah.
But to be fair, Andy, it takes a lot longer to carve shit in the walls than to draw shit with chalk.
That's
so-
true, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
That's true.
Because everybody wants to go to the men's room to read The Who.
I mean, look at Jordan's bathroom.
It's clean right now. Oh no, one of them needs a good painting. Yeah, thanks.
Every month I go in.
I'll wait till the art contest is over to paint my bathrooms. Hey, how about this? What color am I going to paint my bathrooms in a month when this fucking art?
Winner of the contest gets to decide.
No, you know what? Reprise. Shout out Moonrise Cinemas. There's a drive-in movie theater that just opened up in Plymouth about a month ago. It's located in North Plymouth. Moonrise Cinemas, pretty awesome. Speedwell, big sponsor. Shameless plug. Yeah, go check them out.
So thank you. You can email us at bartalkcast@gmail.com with your questions, complaints. We haven't gotten complaints in a long time. So apparently we're not doing our job. Yeah.
If you're not complaining
keep
after this
interrupting
episode,
Yeah,
beeping me out. Oh, Christ.
that's true. We have
those are not the kind of complaints. we
I don't want
about.
those complaints. I don't want to be hashtagged anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can email bartalkcast@gmail.com with your questions, complaints, whatever. You can find us on all
Tuna
social media.
sub-test results.
Yes, yeah. Let us know how you tested your 60 inches.
Please don't.
I'm going to forward them to you, Dan. And you can find us on all social medias at bartalkcast. And I think that's pretty much it.
Peace.
Yep.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to today's podcast. You can find us on all social medias at Inebriart or on Instagram at Inebriart6. You can email us at inebriart@yahoo.com. And make sure you listen to the other podcasts on the Inebriart Podcast Network, including Bar Talk, Old Colony Cast, Retro Redoctopus, America's Hometown Horror Podcast, and our newest one, Theme Park Legends, a podcast about working at theme parks. What else? And we'll catch you again next time.